Hey guys, Mojito Beans here, starting a brand new account. This account was literally just created, and we are going to do a zero, maybe not hero, but we're definitely going to be rich. I only play rogue, so we'll go ahead and do that. Um, an inconspicuous name, Bean Man. Nobody would ever suspect, except whatever freebies we get. Hey, it's on stat. We'll hold on to that. I'm never going to use mana potions, so I am just going to vendor these. So in the beginning, we have 7,000 gold. We have to play at least one casual game, and our focus is not going to be PvP. We need to get levels and money. So I'm going to keep Petrifying Poison, and this is a 30-second stealth. Whenever we do get Evaporate from 62 decks, this is going to make us invisible for basically the entire game. So it should keep us safe. I think I'm okay with this amount of heals, and there's not really much to do. I could buy gear right now, but what we really need to do is get some levels. And between Castle and Sinner's End, Sinner's End has much better loot, so I'm gonna go there. It's not a full moon. If it was, I'd go to Training Room and pick up the Heirloom Neck, but you can only do that on full moon. So just jump in, start killing things. Level 1. There are certain areas of the map. Where are my daggers? I can't swap weapons either. I can't swap pot. Did my game crash? Oh boy. Uh, huh. Well, I'm gonna Alt F4 and try to reconnect. That's awkward. Hmm. Can't say that I've had that happen before. First time for everything. They do have a reconnect feature, so it should put me back in the game. Oh, I thought I was on the other map. Oh well. Strategy for castle. I'm gonna run around and look for mimics. And I'm gonna stay. I'm gonna try to work my way around this way and play for the static here. This is a very high traffic area, but I think if I stay down around these parts, I can avoid players. I'm super weak because I'm level 1. I have no gear. Rogue does not do well early on. We're just gonna open up every chest we see. Dexterity necklace, looks good. You can ping chests, and if they are a mimic, they will be a red ping instead of blue. But right now, we're going to be opening every chest regardless, so it doesn't really matter. Basically, if I hear another player, I'm just going to run. I don't think I win any fights. So we'll just try to get some XP and get out of here. Starting out, you don't have much money. So everything you pick up is, see, that's a mimic. Oh well. Everything you pick up is going to be a pretty large gain for you. First blue. Terrible necklace. Always loot Cloudy Essence. And there's another one called Yarrow Blossom. You should always loot that, because that's how you make heals and flasks. Oh my gosh, we got a purple? It's pretty lucky for normals. I think there's a player. Oh, that's a rat. Oh, this is a dead end. Nice. White gear is going to be better than the gray gear that you start with. Kind of doesn't feel worth it to pick up white gear, but it's pretty noticeable, the stat difference. Early on, it's hard to hit stat breakpoints. So you should always be swapping. Like, white daggers would have 4 dexterity instead of 2. And 62 dexterity is a very important stat for us. 62 dexterity and 29 strength. It's pretty much when rogue turns on. It's not really much of a class until you get to that point. These shamans drop good loot. And so do skeleton mages and the big eyeballs. Trees. We're not really targeting specific enemies right now because we're just mega broke, and probably keep the door open. But later on we'll target specific enemies and move around the map, hunting them. Alright, dexterity is important. You can look at the kill feed on the top right, and we see that 2 people have died so far. If it says that they died to a sub-boss, like if it said someone died to a headsman, I could look at the map and be like, okay, there's a headsman here, 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 and here. So I could pick up their loot from that location. And, you know, you can see all the mini-maps on that. Or all the sub-bosses on the mini-map. Until they die, whenever the sub-boss dies, it's removed from the mini-map. This is the Yarrow Blossom. Every 3 blossom, you can make 1 flask. Now, I think it's a big mistake a lot of people make, is not using flasks. I look at the dex, 4 dexterity, and this is a white crossbow, but it has 4 more dexterity than this one. That's why you want to upgrade the white items. These bugs are the bane of my existence. I don't know who designed them, but they did a real good job. These elixirs, there's 3 of them. Elixir of Restoration will heal you over time for the entire duration of the dungeon. Protection gives you damage reduction, and Ferocity gives you crit chance and crit damage. You should drink them as soon as you get them. You cannot take them out of the dungeon, and they last for the duration. Even if you're on castle map and you go down, into a red portal, it'll last through both maps. Boots. Upgrade. For right now, any green or better item we're going to sell on the market. I already have one restoration. I can't use another one, so we just leave it here. This is a mimic. And that's not. Ow. We've gotten really good loot so far. I did not want to play on this map. I wanted to play the other map. So far, it's going pretty well. I might just let the resto pot take us up. You don't heal fast, but... What am I doing? This is a mimic. Just backstab it. Backstabbing is really good if you're not a rogue player. Or if you just don't know. Backstabbing is always a crit on both daggers. And it will stun or stagger a lot of enemies. Let's see. Yeah, I only get one dagger, but he's still staggered. If you can start a back attack on an enemy, generally you can just keep on back attacking until they die. This is the ferocity. See, our crit chance is 20% with 174% crit damage. And when we drink the ferocity, we get 10% crit, 10% critical strike damage. Heirlooms are pretty important. I don't know how hard I'm going to prioritize them. But even on my main account, I'm still using heirlooms every game. Just the back attack. Nearly every game I'm still using heirlooms. So it is good to upgrade those. I'll never use the smoke screen glass. I'll just throw it down. Bugs always drop the Cloudy Life Essence. Every single bug will always drop it. There is no maximum render distance for players. So if there's a player up there, we would be able to see them. This is a very common spot. It's where Cyclops is. People will stand up there and look around the map. So we can see that guy all the way over there. We don't see the AI that he's fighting, but we can see him. So if you're looking at long distances and you see any movement, probably a player. Gonna go ahead and pick up all this essence. Every 3 essence is a health pot. And there's a limited amount of health pots from the vendor per week. And it's very easy to run out of health pots. So you should always pick up every essence and blossom that you find. Something Rogue can do is rob these sub-boss chests. This chest in particular, this golden one here, should probably have a blue in it. I ping chests just to see if they're mimics. That's actually an extract. I'm not full on loot yet, but it never hurts to have an open portal. So I'm gonna go ahead and open it. When you open a portal, someone spawned here. When you open a portal, it pings your location on the map. You see these scrolls here? If you pick one of those up, it will not ping you on the map. So you see the pulsing going on my minimap. If someone's close, they'll see it, or if they have their map open, they can see it from very far away. So picking up those scrolls, pretty good. Just to hide your location. You can move while you're looting. To just avoid the werewolf. And whenever you go invisible, things de-aggro. They go back to their spawn point. So I don't want to kill the werewolf right now because I'm pretty weak. But I can kill this tree. And the trees drop good loot as well. And they're very easy to kill. Very slow attack, and you have a lot of time to attack them back. Got a dagger upgrade, that's nice. So on this map, casual on castle, it's only a time limit. There's no circle forcing you into other players. So it's pretty easy to stay alive on this map. I don't like this map as much because I think the loot is better on Sinner's End. If you're having trouble surviving, ratting around this map is pretty good. We've only got 1 minute left. I'm just gonna look for another chest. Try to get anything for profit. Maybe I die and I need another crossbow. It's okay to take out a white crossbow, in my opinion. Just gonna go invisible here. I'll loot this chest and run back to my portal. Oh, there's a green item. We did okay for the first game, I think. Maybe the last person in the dungeon. Level 2. Every time you level up, you get a stat